Okay, we're back. So, yeah, we're going to be doing some F-Zero GX tonight because, I've been playing it on my own, and this is a game which I have never ended up being able to beat myself. It is stupidly hard. We're not going to be doing the campaign, chapters right now because I want to get a bit more variety than, just doing the same missions over and over again. I do have a goal at the moment, and that is to unlock all of the cups in the game, because I have never had more than the 3 base cups. I did actually know that there was extra cups in the game. For people who don't know, F-Zero GX is a fast-paced racing game for the Gamecube. If you know Captain Falcon from the Super Smash Bros., he is from this series. The first one was F-Zero on the Super Nintendo. Then you had F-Zero X, which was on the Nintendo 64. One of the 2 games I first got for the Nintendo 64. And then there's F-Zero GX for the Gamecube, which was actually paired with another version called F-Zero AX, which was an arcade version of F-Zero GX, which had a few extra races and a few extra pilots and tracks, which I later found out are all available in F-Zero GX. But good luck unlocking them, because they require you to finish the chapters of the main story on very hard. I wasn't able to finish it on normal. I think there was another one called F-Zero Climax. But I know very little about that. That might have been for like the DS or the Game Boy Advance or something like that, but I don't actually know. And then that's it. Nintendo are yet to make another F-Zero game. Please, Nintendo, make another F-Zero game. All it has to be is fast and really hard. And I will be happy. I like the challenge of the game. It is very difficult because you require good reflexes to be able to make it around the tracks and not die. And it's also it can be very tense because you have a boost power, so you can go even faster, but it eats away at your health. So it's a sort of when's the best time to boost. Anyway, let me load this up here, and we will get started with this. Okay. And can I... Hold on. That sounds quite loud. There we go. The music in this is also very, very good. I encourage people to listen to the soundtrack on their own. There we go. That might be a little too low. I don't want it to be overpowering. It is, as I said, quite loud. Let me see. Okay, I'll bring that up over there. Also, it just lets me have some time to enjoy the music, because I like listening to it in my spare time. Also, we're going to be playing this version of the game because it's less blurry. And what with the high speed of this game, I can imagine the bitrate would be having a fit, and it would just become an unrecognizable mass. So, yeah, we're doing this one, which is a lot clearer. Yeah, we just sit here and enjoy the music. We don't have to play the game. Okay. Oh, hang on. I might have to do something. Hang on a moment. That should be working. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. Right. We're going to be doing Grand Prix, and we're going to be playing it on expert. I've done a bit of it I've been playing this a bit on my own in the background, as I said. I haven't gone beyond the Ruby Cup. But I've done this one over and over again. To the point where I've unlocked all the races. Actually, I'll turn the music down a bit because it's a bit overpowering. I feel like I'm shouting over the top of it. Okay. So yeah, we have all the races unlocked, but nothing else. Every time you finish a cup, you get tickets, which you spend on either unlocking the races or on parts to make a custom vehicle. However, we're not going to be using a custom vehicle. We're going to be going with my standby, which is the Sonic Phantom, because you get to play as a Skelly Man. Though I've also been doing a fair bit of playing with Pico and the Wild Goose. The vehicles can handle very differently. Pico's turning, for example, is much touchier than the Sonic Phantom. But the Sonic Phantom's got a more powerful boost. But the Wild Goose's boost, you can fire off a lot faster. Anyway. Scanning Man has such a happy grin. He does. The Skull was doing what he loves, which is racing. He actually is a racer from like 200 years ago who... Actually, we could just read his profile. This game has got music tracks for every single racer in the game. A lot of it is very silly. I think it was Sega who did this. But I think they did a good job with it, because they didn't take it seriously. It's very hammy. You'll just listen to Captain Falcon's theme. It's a lot like some of the Sonic music, I think. Which is really like, ugh, okay. But it suits the game. If we go to Sonic Phantom, where is he? No, the Skull. There we go. 241 years old. The Skull was once the greatest driver in the F-Max Grand Prix, a competition that predates the coming of F-Zero by some 200 years. Thanks to the inexplicable powers of science and black magic, he has returned to this world to compete once again. With his remarkable technique and decision-making powers, he now has a chance to extend his legacy into a new generation. You also get different colours for the races. But yeah, each one has their own soundtrack. You can play as a dinosaur if you want. Or as a crazy dude who lives off of adrenaline. He's also one of the villains in the setting, so... Game music is really silent. I might have not turned it... I might have turned it a bit down too far. How's that? I felt like I was shouting over the music. It's a bit better. Still kind of silent. If I increase it up to there. How's that sound over the top of me? Because I don't want, as I said, I don't want to, like, be, shouted over the top of myself. Shouting over the top of it. It's good? Okay. You hear me over it fine? Good, good. Okay. But yeah, you can also play as a monkey, Billy. As long as I don't mumble. I will try not to. That's one thing which, I think streaming is... I've been sort of trying to focus on, is sometimes I would mumble. So, this is forcing me to, like, enunciate more clearly. let's start this torture. We'll go to expert. We're going to do Ruby Cup. Sonic Phantom. He has a rating of CAD. The body of his vehicle is C, which is sort of middle of the road. Boost is A, which means it's very good. And grip is D, which means he slides around a fair bit. Balance bar, you can change it so that your acceleration is faster or increase your max speed. We're going to be keeping it on max speed because more speed. And acceleration doesn't mean as much in this as I feel as in F-Zero X. When we play F-Zero X, we'll have to be a bit more careful about that. But I don't think it matters as much in this as it does. As hard as I say this game is, I think F-Zero X is harder. There might not be too much commentary. I'm probably going to have to be concentrating. At least for some of the later tracks. But I've done this one a lot, so... Ah! There is rubber banding in this. No, you don't. There we go. I can't guarantee first on every course. The third track in this cup is kind of a pain for me. You say it depends on the map in theory. If you had a lot of tight turns, etc., acceleration would be better, but maps with lots of straights, so it would be max speed, that's better. Yep. That is, that's true. It still, I feel, matters more in F-Zero X than in this one. De-acceleration in F-Zero X is much harsher than in this, I think. Also, there's a few other differences with, like, turning. Which makes it harder to maintain high speeds. No experience in these games, just a theory and how it goes in real life. It's pretty much true for this. You would make adjustments to it in F-Zero X based on the track, yes. If there's a lot of corners, acceleration is better. If there's a lot of straights, higher max speed is better. You still tend to go towards max speed than going down into the acceleration area. But you'll, like, not have it all the way up to max speed. You'll instead bump it down a few notches. To, like, just above max speed. But still in the area of max speed, rather than acceleration. I mean, I'm by no means a master at this game. If you want to see that, there's videos on YouTube. I just really enjoy the game. I find it's a lot of fun just because of the reflexes and high-speed racing. So we're probably going to fail a few times. And my turning's going to be terrible, as I'm going to slip and slide back and forth over the track. That's why we're not doing the campaign. Because I don't feel like getting stuck on the tutorial, on the training first chapter for like 2 hours. There might be a few hitches. I didn't look into seeing how I could fix that, but it's, for the most part, this plays perfectly fine. Oh, sod you. No! Ah! Weak. That was 6th. Okay. I could have replayed it. No, actually, that just replays the recording. Oh well. There's only a few racing games that you played extensively. Carmageddon 1 and 2 and the original Death Rally. I don't play too many racing games. This, I guess, Need for Speed 2 SE back in the day. Trackmania is another one I enjoy, but I haven't played that for quite a while, and I only played the original. We can take out other racers. We've got an attack. It's a spin. You slam into another vehicle and blow them up. Can be advantageous to do that. You get rid of a racer. You don't get points for it or anything though. No penalties. It don't matter. All that matters is coming first. If you wipe out the opposition, so be it. Ow! Damn it! Also, this version means that you get to see the backgrounds for the maps, which are very cool. A lot of varied environments. You're speeding past. Ah. Oi! Ah! Yes! That still counts, right? I thought I was going to die there, but we made it across the finish line even though we were about to blow up. Oh boy. Don't know if I've had that happen before. You'd recommend the original Death Rally. It's free on Steam. I think I actually have that. It's a lovely top-down renegade game. It reminds me, I need to play the, Micro Machines 2. That was another racing game I had. That was fun for mucking around in, really, more than anything else. Okay, good. We're still coming first. There's 5 tracks. You can get 100 points for coming first on every one, so there's 500 points in max which you can get. I don't know the amounts you get for other categories, but... Also, any racing games which have loop-de-loops and spiraling tracks is automatically pretty awesome in my opinion. It's like a roller coaster. Imagine this in VR. You just need like all the buckets in the world. Now's not the time to be itchy nose. Soju zoomed past me at the end. Bah. Also, I'm trying to find the most comfortable position to hold the controller. I'm sorry if you can hear it clicking. I might be holding it up in front of me, in front of the microphone. I should put it somewhere else, but... You can also fall off the track. The little bump in the track there, if you hit that at the right angle, you can fly off. Some other tracks it's much easier to fall off because there's no edges. You can see how that kind of spinning attack would mess up aerodynamics and such. I don't know if it affects I don't know if it affects the control of your vehicle at all. You'd think it would, but I don't know. I find the most problematic thing with attacking is you're not steering, because you have to take your fingers off to press the Z button slightly, and then you have to like turn to the left or right to make your vehicle spin. So you'll suddenly lurch off in a direction to attack. It's a bit easier in F-Zero X where you double tap one of the slide buttons. I did explain that, actually. So you can turn using the thumbstick, which is how I'm doing it mostly. However, you can also press L and R to slide in a direction, either left or right. This, you won't turn, but you'll sort of lean in that way, and that's useful for getting around tight corners. You can hear a sort of meh noise as you lean or slide. Often I'll be taking turns by turning and sliding at the same time. So you can take them at the fast speeds. But yeah, in F-Zero X you would double tap one of the slide buttons to attack in that direction. Or hold down one and double tap the other to spin. I think there's a way to attack in one direction in this. It might be the C-stick. But the C-stick's in an awkward position, so it's not something I'm really willing to quickly flick my thumb to do. Also, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Controller's not too bad if I hear clicking, as long as it's not an overwhelming noise. Well, that's fine. As long as it doesn't sound like a Smash Melee tournament. I'll try not to be that loud. The basics of the racing is really rather straightforward. It all comes down to sort of taking the tracks in the most efficient manner possible, knowing where the boosts are, and not getting bumped into by the opposition. God damn it. I was going to take that jump, but he was very rude. Ah! There is obstacles on the track. The brown stuff is like gravel. It damages your vehicle and slows you down. The blue stuff there is basically ice. It makes you lose traction. There's jumps. There's of course the boost pads. And there is also mines. I think the mines actually give you a bit of a speed boost when you hit them, but they hurt you a lot, so more skilled players use them to get to ludicrously high speeds. I'm not that good. There's the mines. They're easier to see in this version. They're not just a little blurry lump on the field. Don't want to bump into that building there. I've done that quite a few times. Its hitbox is wider than you'd think. You can tilt up and down when you're flying, either so that you can land sooner, or so you can glide a bit more. But you lose a lot of speed if you glide. So I think generally it's best to hit the ground as soon as you can. Oh, sod you. Took the corner too soon. Interesting that the terrain is such an effect for hovercrafts, where the reason to build a hovercraft is to get rid of the terrain constructs. I don't know about the gravel. I think the blue ice on the field is a bit more technologically advanced than that. I think it's described as messing with like the sensors the F-Zero vehicles have to sort of tell where the ground is, or something like that. I don't know about the gravel. It could just be gravel, and it's like, you know, flies up and jams into your vehicle or something. At such high speeds, it would be like getting pounded by... well, like bullets or something, I guess. There we go. And we get to see that the terrible 6th on that level. Blah. We'll let this play through. I don't remember whether there's other obstacles on the map. I remember in F-Zero X there was like green stuff on the map. I think it was like goop or something, which like hurt your turning? Like, made it harder to turn or something? I really can't remember. There we are, spinning in victory. Okay. And then this is your reward for coming first.
F-Zero TV. Now I'd like to get up close and personal with the champion. Champion, I'd like to interview you.
Okay. What's the question? Oh, here we go. So you get to, like, a little interview and you get to ask a question to your racer. I guess I'll leave it to chat. Which one do you want me to ask? I think you get different questions based on the difficulty level you finished the Grand Prix in. So we'll probably end up asking all three of these. Otherwise I'll just go with the first one since I think I haven't done any of these yet. I'll just go with the first one.
The winner of the expert class. Congratulations.
Not even the Grim Reaper could have kept up with me.
Thank you for the interview. This has been a Speed Crazy Dream Extravaganza episode of F-Zero TV. That's it, everyone. We'll see you at the next Grand Prix.
Also, you get to find that many of the races don't really sound like you'd expect.
F-Zero TV.
The Skull actually sounds pretty fine.
Thanks for playing.
Some of the other races, though, they haven't gotten the most professional of voice actors in for it. Okay, so that's expert on that. Now we go to Sapphire Cup. I'll do Sonic Phantom again. I might do one as another racer. I'd like to go through as Pico. He turns so much easier, but it's so all over the place. Okay. If I finish on Master, you get the good cutscenes. Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, the wonderful movies. They're, quite something. If you didn't think that the developers were taking the game seriously... Oh, well, no. If you hadn't realized that the developers weren't taking the game entirely seriously, those, spell it out pretty, solidly. I think you have to unlock Master, though. I'm not sure how. Maybe by finishing all the cups on very hard. I haven't done that before.
3, 2, 1, go!
You do have lives in this. You can see it down in the bottom left with the star. We have 3. That means 3 retries or 3 deaths. Or 3 retries and deaths, because they both count for the same thing, so... Well, this isn't going well. Boo! Wonder whether I should just restart and try again. Yep. Let's see if we can get a better placing than that. Load. There we go. I think blue is really hard here. It's that very sharp, like, S turn, which throws me off. Oh boy. And it's very short, so you have to make up a lot of ground in a short amount of time. Or it feels very short. Ow. Also, all the other racers in the way. If anything, that's why you want to pull ahead early, so that you're not constantly bumping into the other racers. How many times have I boosted only to slam into the back of another vehicle and just had all my speed cut? Ah, well. Boom. Twi-Cream Meteor. I'm most used to the Sonic Phantom. We can probably try some other races. As I said, if I do another one, I'll probably try as Pico. His turning is insane, but I rather like how fast he can boost. It just means you come up to the end and just floor it. Ah. Ah. There went a racer. Someone died. Who it was, I don't know. That's better. Let's keep that. I don't have as much practice with these other races. Certainly not within the last few days or weeks. It's a giant rob. A curious thing about the Sonic Phantom is that even though it's only got one exhaust on the back, it somehow got two engine glows. Whether it's a bug or I don't know, just a design choice. I don't really know. I can't remember what I had in F-Zero X. Probably a bug. Damn it. Like have to nudge the control stick so slightly, otherwise you overturn and start skidding. Which is when the vehicle isn't facing directly away from the camera. You can see counters on the map, on the screen for, I think, first, second, and third place holders. You'll also see another one labeled Rival. I don't remember exactly what that means. I think it might mean the person who's next up to you in terms of points. It points them out, because if you're able to take them out, usually it's the Black Bull, then of course they miss out on the points for that track, and that sets them back like at least at most 100 points. So it makes it easier to come first if you've already got a bit of a lead in terms of points, because someone else will fill their space. Something which isn't in this, which is in F-Zero X, is a deathmatch mode, where the whole goal was just to wipe out all the other racers. It was on a loop track. But this doesn't have that, I don't think. It's just kind of for fun. They improved Kashyyyk by building a racetrack throughout it. Actually, our rival is the Red Gazelle, or the Mighty Gazelle. Red Gazelle is his vehicle. Machine. You see the mines there. You don't get boost until the second lap. As I'm sure people have noticed by now. Ah. I feel like I might have the sensitivity on my controller a bit too high, but I'm not too sure. Ow! Damn it! Ow! Who put that there? Who puts mines on a racetrack? They're trying to get people killed. I'm sure everyone in this setting, like... Damn it. Writes out, you know, signs a contract, waiving all rights for the race providers to their safety of life. I think we're gonna have to come first in the next two tracks. Different Port Town track this time. We've got tubes. Or tubes. These are fun. Because you can't fall off, you just go around and around. But then the bane of my existence is half pipes. Those are a massive pain. You'll see the speed is throwing you against certain walls in the tubes. Now imagine that when half of the tube didn't exist. You could just fly off the edge. It's quite something. Oh. Boo. I like that track. It's a lot of fun. Okay. What's that? 90-degree turns? extreme concentration. That went much better than it usually does. The track splits there towards the end. You can either hit the boost and go onto a track above, or if you don't hit the boost or you miss it, there's a track below it which takes a bit longer. So you want to land on the upper track so that you can get a boost at the end of it and fly over the corner to the end. Was that enough to be able to get first? Yes. Good. Okay then. It's always kind of the same racers who come first. Pretty much always the Black Bull. It's like the Black Bull, the Mighty Gazelle there, Captain Falcon, and like Queen Meteor. Rubber banding, the way how devs tried to bandage lacking AI for opponents. Yeah. This game's got it. It can get kind of egregious sometimes. I don't think it's terrible, but it is present. I mean, what? Terrible's like, oh, that arcade rally game? It's just built around it, pretty much. Or, Canary Mary and Banjo-Tooie. But that's on purpose. That's very purposeful. Some of the tracks, I think they need the rubber banding because the AI will hit the walls and fall off and... Oh, man.
Now I'd like to get up close and personal with the champion. Champion, I'd like to interview you.
Okay.
What are your plans now you've won?
Take a nice long nap in my coffin.
Thank you for the interview. This has been a Speed Crazy Dream Extravaganza.
Sounds like a
episode
plan.
of F-Zero TV. That's it, everyone. We'll see you at the next Grand Prix. F-Zero TV.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, we got tickets. Okay. Emerald Cup.
These machines with their sonic phantom.
Hold on. Okay. Get comfortable. Right, what have we got? Firefield. Oh yeah, this one. This is pretty fun. The music in it's good. We'll just make a racetrack in some kind of like volcano industrial factory or something. I don't know.
3, 2, 1.
They just have all this piping and they're like, yeah, slap a track on it. You know, we'll be able to make some extra money from people watching racing. People stupid enough to race on it. So I'm very sorry for people who get motion sick during this. I'm not actually looking at the car. I'm looking at a spot directly in front of the car. sort of the middle of the screen. It helps with anticipating what's coming up. Ow. Usually. Whoa. You can't fall off the cylinder. You take corners, or you turn along with the curve of the pipe, and you'll just like fly off of it. Ah. Well, that's not good. Wop wop. We're fine, that never happened. Or they just picked up our bones and put us back together. It makes more sense if you're playing as the skeleton. The other ones, I don't know how they come back from that. Parachutes, maybe. Or really good airbags. This is why it's important to wear your seatbelt. There's a boost. Oh. I was like missing all of them over there. No. Just managed to squeak it in towards the end. It says no longer a seatbelt, but full-on harness to strap you to that seat. Yeah, we just become one with the chair. It's like the worst summer day where you have to peel yourself off a vinyl seat or something. You just merge with it. Maybe they got like packing foam around them. Oh boy, here's a half pipe. I think. Maybe? Oh, no, no, no. I don't think this has half pipes. No, that's just the exit to the tunnel. Okay. No. Only I baby first. I should give it to them though. I mean, it's only the second lap. Ow. Thanks. That might be giving a bit too much. Damn it. I was just about to say, I think one of the other races fell off the track there as well. There we go, we took someone out. And I took myself out too. I think we managed to make a hole in that tree trunk. Sometimes they just glide right up next to you and it's too tempting not to try and just slam into them and destroy them. Which sounds terrible, I apologize. Oh! No. Damn it. Why aren't I using indicators? By the time I've turned the indicator on, the turn is already like 3 quarters away. Wop wop. That was going pretty well. Hang on. Oh good. Still an expert. Time to do it all over again. That was the last. No. No. That was the second track. Okay, we went too far into it. We might only go for another 20 minutes or so. I'm getting rather tired. And as I get tired, my ability to concentrate on this to the level this requires diminish rather rapidly. I think that was going all right. I think I come first on this track last time. I might not be able to read comments right away. I'm having to concentrate rather heavily here. Lame excuse, I know, but you'll have to bear with me. Damn it. Ah. Okay, well, second's alright. It went well right up to me leaving the course and crashing into the ground, giving everything in a 75-foot radius. The trees. Either the trees saved me, or it was Kashyyyk. There was nothing of value anyway. Is this a Nintendo 64 version? No, this is F-Zero GX, which was released on the Gamecube. I'll have to do F-Zero X at some point. That one I think is harder than this. Mostly because the sliding mechanic doesn't really work too well. So you have to take corners just through normal turning. In F-Zero X, this slows you down a lot. So it's not really that good to actually do that. We are also playing another version of this so that we have better visuals. Just, you know, wink wink. Otherwise it would be blurry and the bitrate would seize up and have a heart attack, I think. Wouldn't be able to see anything. It'd just be all a blur. Which it basically is anyway. Right. I was still in the race. Who put that building there? Looks like the Nintendo 64 version. They're very similar in design. The lighting and detail in this is higher than in F-Zero X, so. There's also some like fancy reflections on the windshields and so on. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Stupid trees! Eh. Ugh. My concentration is going down. Oh dear. Also, it's getting rather late. I might actually have to call it here. We probably might have to finish this, do this cup another time. Oh. Yep. I'm sorry. I think we're gonna have to do this at another time. Oh boy. I'm getting too tired. And I think all the loops and all that are getting to me a bit. I don't get motion sick. I really don't. I played this for like 4 or 5 hours another time and I'm perfectly fine. Something about streaming it means that I concentrate a bit more. Maybe it's all the talking I have to do. Yeah. Anyway. We finished two of the cups on expert though. That's not too bad. So it's just the last one and then we'll unlock new cups after that. Anyway. Yeah, let's see. Right, there we go. Okay. So yeah, sorry, I'm getting too tired. And a little motion sick, so I think we're gonna have to stop that. As I said, I don't get motion sick during this normally. It's all that looping. Oh dear. More, it's encouragement to do the tracks quickly one time. Anyway. Does every racer have a preordained rival, or is it something that's chosen by the game during a cup? I believe the rival is the person who is coming after you in terms of points, or is like the next person in terms of points. I think it's the game's way of pointing out, like, who you could aim for to try and take out in that race. Let me have a look. Let's see. Yeah, the rival could either be the points leader, or if you're the points leader, the person with the second most points. So it's just sort of pointing them out to you to potentially take out for the race. Because if you defeat them in the race, or if you knock them off the track or blow their vehicle up, they won't get any points for that race. So it makes it a bit easier on you. Because if they're coming first, and then you blow them up, they miss out on like 100 points, so it puts them back quite a bit. It's not usually something I worry about doing in the game. I'm more just focused on coming first every time, because I find attacking throws off my steering more than I think the advantage I get out of it. Yeah, I remember walkthrough saying in one of the campaign missions, I think it's campaign or chapter 7, which is the one I got stuck on, the Grand Prix. there's two racers in that one. There's the Black Bull, who was coming first, or was coming high in the leadership every time in those races we were just doing, and Blood Falcon. And I think the general suggestion for Chapter 7 in that is to wipe out those two races, because they pretty much always come first and second, and if you get rid of them, they have like more rubber banding attached to them, so it's easier to beat the other races in the game, but taking out those two makes the whole race easier because you don't have as much pressure on you. So, but yeah, that was F-Zero GX. We've finished two tracks, or 2 cups. That's pretty good. We'll have to continue with it some other point. I hope I can. Damn, I'm just frustrated at the motion sickness. As I said, I don't usually get motion sick for this. I don't know. Streaming makes me more anxious. It makes me more susceptible to something. Anyway, thank you very much for joining. I hope you join me again next time.